Are you overwhelmed again, Mother?
I am not your mother. I want to go home.
Silly Mother, you are home.
My wife and I went to the sales office to buy a house. The salesman Martin welcomed us very warmly, but when he drove us into this neighborhood, I suddenly noticed something was off. There wasn't a single person on this fucking street, and all the houses looked exactly the same. Martin took us to Villa number 9. The interior was incredibly luxurious. We were very satisfied with it. We looked around the backyard for a while, but when we were ready to leave, I found that Martin had already disappeared. This made me feel something was wrong, so I decided to leave immediately with my wife. However, something even more terrifying happened. No matter which direction we drove, we always ended up back at Villa number 9. By the time night fell, we still hadn't escaped this fucking hellhole. At this moment, we had run out of gas. The car stopped right in front of Villa number 9. This made me lose it completely, so I burned down the villa. I wanted to use this to force whoever was behind this to show themselves. The fire gradually destroyed the entire villa, but no one ever appeared. We could only sit by the road and spend the night. The next morning, when my wife woke up, she found a cardboard box nearby. Inside the box was actually a cute baby boy, and there was a sentence written on the box: "Raise the child and be released." We immediately felt panicked. At this moment, something even more terrifying happened. The villa that had been burned down last night was somehow restored to brand new condition. In order to escape this fucking hellhole, we had no choice but to raise this baby. Later, I discovered something even more terrifying. This boy's growth rate was extremely fast. Only 98 days had passed. He had grown from a baby into a child. Not only that, his behavior was also very strange. Whenever he felt hungry or angry, he would let out a piercing scream. He wouldn't stop until his demands were met, and he would often hide behind the door at midnight spying on our private life. Then one day, I was sitting in the yard thinking about how to escape from here. I casually threw a cigarette butt on the ground. The grass around the cigarette butt instantly disappeared. This made me incredibly excited. I thought there might be a passage to the outside world hidden under this lawn. In order to escape as soon as possible, I started digging frantically. I dug from dawn to dusk every day, but after digging for half a month, I still hadn't found anything new. But at this time, this fucking little boy's behavior became more and more bizarre. Every night, he would quietly turn on the TV and watch some very strange patterns. He seemed to be learning some eerie knowledge. I angrily rushed over and turned off the TV, but as soon as I walked out, he turned on the TV again. I was very angry about this. The next day, he complained that the breakfast my wife made wasn't good. He immediately let out a piercing scream. At this moment, I couldn't stand this motherfucker anymore, so I walked over to him.
What are you doing?
I'm locking it up. I'm gonna start it.
Tom!
Gemma, stay! All right, get in. Come on.
I locked him in the car. I could only vent my anger this way. At the same time, I hoped to force the mastermind behind this to show themselves. But my wife couldn't bear to do this. She ignored my objection and rescued him. I was very disappointed in her. This caused a huge conflict between us. From then on, I rarely spoke to my wife. Every day, I dug the hole frantically. When I was tired, I just lay down on the dirt to rest. My wife took care of him alone. Although her heart was also filled with fear and anxiety, she always believed what was written on that box. One day, my wife was playing games with him. Suddenly, something extremely terrifying happened.
Are you overwhelmed again, Mother?
I am not your mother.
Are you overwhelmed?
I want to go home.
Silly Mother, you are home.
1 month later, he had grown into a strong young man. During this time, she gradually discovered some secrets about him. It turned out he wasn't human. He was a puppet controlled by a mysterious force. During this month, I kept digging frantically and persistently. Finally, I found something strange. But when I looked closely, I actually found a fucking corpse wrapped in a body bag. I was so scared I quickly climbed out. I shouted loudly for my wife to help, but because my body was too weak, I eventually passed out on the ground. After my wife found me, she quickly tried to take me back to the room, but at this time, the door had already been locked. Even though she frantically pounded on the door, that motherfucker didn't respond to us. I left my wife forever. The next night, he came to my wife with a cardboard box. When she opened the box, she found a body bag. She immediately burst into tears, but he just coldly put me into the body bag. Then he threw me into the hole I had dug with my own hands. At this moment, my wife completely broke down. The next morning, she quietly hid in the car. When he just walked out the door, she suddenly attacked him from behind. He immediately let out a terrified scream. He quickly crawled forward on the ground in a very bizarre posture. Then he actually tore open the ground. She quickly followed him and crawled inside. She entered a very twisted space. A little boy was watching TV. A woman was crying silently. The surroundings looked exactly like the living room of Villa Number 9. Suddenly, she started falling downward. She came to another space. A boy was spying on a couple's private life. She kept shuttling through different spaces. She saw many people trapped here just like us. Finally, she returned to Villa Number 9 again. She used her last bit of strength to walk out. Eventually, she collapsed on the ground. However, at this moment, that motherfucker actually returned to Villa Number 9 again.
You go to sleep now. Have a nice dream.
All we wanted was a home.
Silly mother. You are home.
He also put my wife into a body bag. Then he threw her into the hole I had dug with my own hands. Finally, he buried the hole. The grass on the ground instantly returned to its original state, as if none of this had ever happened. Finally, he came to the sales office. The salesman Martin handed him the name tag and then passed away. Then he put Martin into a body bag. He replaced Martin as the real estate salesman. However, at this moment, something terrifying happened again. A young couple suddenly walked in.